Peace and blessings, family. Sister Ajali. Oh, this was kind of like just a day of complete relaxation. I didn't get too much done of anything, and there's been absolutely riveting stuff happening with Dr. She. And I just, it's the end of the day, all of this is mixing together to make me want to share, and the lives are the easiest way for me to share because I don't have to edit anything together, and I don't want to be up here too long. But then again, it also depends on if anybody shows up. I don't know. This is kind of the dinner hour for a lot of people to, say 35. A lot of people will, have their meals and do what they need to do. So maybe that's good. It gets me out of here sooner because I could get right to the subject matter. Greetings to the one person who just came on in. Welcome. I listened early this morning to, let me share my screen and then you can see what I'm talking all about. Let's see now. You probably want to select everything. Just put it all on out there. And yep, there it goes. And hide that little portion right over there. And greetings to anyone who's showing up, and greetings to you if you're listening to this later on. I appreciate each and every single one of you. I love your comments, and I'm going to have that in this live too. I love your comments because so many of you are incredibly wise. I never see this as a singular thing that I do, even though I often neglect saying how much I appreciate your comments and interacting with you that way. I'm just, I'm very single purpose minded, and I'll get right to my subject matter rather than, say the things that a lot of different YouTubers say, which is really true. I do need to hear from you. So if you have any comments to make, say them on in the chat room or say them later on in the comments thread. I read every single thing. Now, that said, what's this got to do with Lauren Sanchez? Lauren, let's go right to the picture. I got of Lauren right there. Now, this chick is so tacky. I would never, ever even mention her existence, except that brother Chris Miller on his channel, Mad Black TV, did a wise share, as he always does, going over this, matter of fact, let me find it in, oh, is that it? Yes. Wait, no. Nope, that is Dr. She's wonderful share. What is Color Purple? He did a review of the movie, but I can find my history here, which will take me on over to, let's see now. Okay, right there. Saying one thing but presenting another. A brother was going over this new dating phenomenon that I don't know how many channels are engaging in this, but this young sister showed up dressed in, I mean, to me, it's less than nothing because you're being seductive. And seduction is where you draw the man in because he has a feeling he wants to conquer you. It's just a cheap, easy game to play that has no long-term consequence attached to it, which can make it even more beguiling for the object of the seduction because they're teased into believing there's no the one and the only. He made repercussions with everything. That's why after you have one night of tawdry sex, nameless booty call sex, you literally can't stand the person that you're with. You could barely stand yourself because Allah lets you know you can't get away from him. Okay. So what brother Mad Black TV stated is that you got really childish, some black men out there swearing that this is the black woman. And you got that, what's in the Crimson Cure chick, who of course she's there to be a really bad substitute for sisters like me and Sister Lashid for you and other sisters who know this is absolute insane. It's not a way that, and the way that he presented the photo, she even has her, you know, top 1/5 of her booty is poking out over her jeans, her pants, and her pants are unbuttoned. I mean, come on now. Ain't nobody that damn stupid doesn't know what she thinks she was trying to accomplish. But unlike Brother Mad Black TV, I know it's not about conspiracy theory, and that's what I'm here to share, because he, as I said, he stated that there were black men saying, "Look at the black woman," as if this is some measure of their, you know, rationale for abandoning their duties as the leader, not the titular leader, but the leader of our black nation. There's no, like when the captain is supposed to go down with the ship, even by law, if he abandons his crew and his passengers to save his own skin, he'll go to jail for murder. So there's no fudging it. There's no, hiding behind the black woman's skirts and saying, it's her fault. She's the reason why I didn't do what I needed to do. No, in the eyes of the Most High, that's your duty. That's what you're supposed to do. You can't say, well, she ain't my woman. Can't be like Shannon Sharp and someone has a nerve to ask you about your white owner, female owner, and then you say, oh, I'm not going there. You look like a friggin' coward, a bum. You can't talk about what's causing us all these issues. And I'm not saying it's just the white woman, but I'm just saying, to blame this level of depraved, visual rape. This, to me, this is visual rape. Same with the trans sutured up folks. That I saw instantly, where they were trying to imitate females so closely. And at the same time, they don't have any of our genetic motivation, our hormonal understanding of the precarious state of womanhood, so that you are just, it's natural to want to protect yourself by not walking around like this. That was a visual rape, a psychological rape of sorts, because there is a nature of man. Why? Because there's something wrong with men? No, there's a nature of man that's given to him by Allah, so that he will cleave to the woman. There's a nature that makes him be beguiled by this, but there's so much flesh being peddled all over the daggone place that it's turned on a constant basis, which winds up, for some men, not, and especially not most black men, can lead them to just punk out altogether and just go homosexual, because you wind up losing any ability to have any respect for women. So they know that the satanic elites, they know that they put these psychological Edward Bernays mind games into play, and I'm going to show you that. And they know that the natural conclusion for a lot of men is because being a man, it's like, what is that for the individual man? What are the rules? The rules of life can seem quite flexible. And if you don't understand what's at stake and how you should be so proud to be a man, and they got this where it's like toxic masculinity as soon as you're born. If you don't know the might of being a man, then you're going to be listening to whatever fool comes running down the street screaming any kind of madness at you whatsoever, including, why black women got to be like this. But let's go on back over to Lauren Sanchez. I got so much up here, and I'm going to share bunches of it, so I don't know how long this is. I also, which I never mentioned, appreciate when you watch the whole share, because a channel like mine, if you know that we need somebody to be examining man-made radiation in great depth, watch the whole video. Even if you like walk out of a room, just put it on, play it, don't turn to anything else, and watch it all the way through, because they got these algorithm shenanigans going on where even if you watch the whole video, they're going to count it as you only watch a third of the video. And depending on the subject matter, it'll be like 1/5 of the video, right? That's so that they can make it seem as if the views are far fewer. And thereby, if they're far fewer, then they can fit you into a whole nother algorithm, which means, oh, we're not going to get this subject matter out there. Whereas when I put out the, enticing title, it's all the black man's fault, all of a sudden that one was for a channel with 1,000 viewers was going viral, or 1,000 subscribers. It was going viral, where it's got like almost 1,600 views, right? So I appreciate you supporting your sister in as much ways as you possibly can, because ain't nobody doing what I do at all. It's crazy. And that's going to come into this share too. But let's go back to old Lauren. Where are you, Lauren? Did you disappear already? Oh, there you go. There you go, you friggin' sutured up mess. Right? This is ridiculous. I mean, the whole idea that I'm not going to show you what she's not wearing. Once again, this is a see-through dress she was wearing. This is a recent photo. And, a lot of women have been wearing the see-through things, and then they got the bra showing. I've got a couple of very, whoops. Oh, that was all my dishes came down. I don't know what the heck. Okay, oh well. I have a couple things. I was a former punk at one point, and so that aesthetic stays with me, though I'm doing my best to bow down to the Most High. You will never see me in the manner at all. You won't see me with just my underwear on underneath, and it's just her friggin' panties on after that. And they've been having so many white women doing this, and that's the problem. When we wind up just paying attention to what black us are doing, or you could have agents who will come out and accuse black men or black women, or why are we the only ones who do this, as if we're the worst people on the planet. That's a bunch of BS. Of course we're not. When you study what these folks do all over the planet, you breathe a sigh of relief to be black. You go, oh, hallelujah, we're not like this. These people hold world wars, and everyone has been hypnotized as to not seeing that as just as criminal, and more so than anything that Pookie and Ray Ray have ever done, where you cannot contain your violence so much it spills out to the whole freaking world. Then there's a term, iatrogenics, death by doctor. More people die from doctors, according to them, correctly prescribing their toxic medications. They're all toxic, including Ozempic and Wegovy. Right? I even appreciate what Christina Applegate said, body not by Ozempic. Right? Iatrogenics, death by doctor. They kill as many people every year by correctly prescribing medication than died during World War I and World War II and the Vietnam War. I heard, according to Gary Null. I know it's an exorbitant number every single month, every single year, and most of them get away with it, right? But that's not violent. And what I'm saying is they're not delving any deeper so that they confess, oh, you know what? These pharmaceuticals, these, medications, allopathic medications are actually no freaking good for you. We need to be recommending to our patients eating healthy, and we should, rather than sending you to the hospital, we're going to send you to a wellness clinic where they're going to actually feed you healthy and teach you how to be healthy, because we know within a month your taste buds will realign themselves and you will start feeling so phenomenal that you won't want to go back to the Dunkin' Donuts, to the McDonald's, because you'll be like, oh my God, I used to think that acne was just the real me. I used to think that, I was supposed to be 30, 40, 50, 200 pounds overweight. I don't need the Ozempic anymore. I understand depression is a side effect with that sucker. And if you go off of it, you get twice as fat as you were before you went on it. Okay? And so these folks, you want to talk about the worst people on the planet. I'm not calling them that. I'm just saying, look at the facts and then you decide for yourself. So all of this madness of walking around naked. Let's see if I can get this article here where they extol just how wonderful Lauren is. Nope, it may not come through. Nope. Okay, that's all right. Well, in an article, peace, beloved Stingray podcast. Good to meet you, brother. And sex up your life. Greetings, queen. Oh, you're in the UK. Oh, I always thought you were in Canada. Oh, okay. Watch it tomorrow. That's a wonderful thing. And brother Herman Beckeridge and Emmanuel Briggs. It's good to see you, brothers. Let me go on back over here. Let's see now, because I got the different. Oh, right here. Okay, this was something that happened at the Oscars, and I've been predicting for years that they're going to have to push the orgy out there for everybody to be distracted by, because there's nothing more distracting than Satan. And Satan has absolutely no boundaries, no rules, no morality whatsoever. That's perfect for the satanic elites. That's what they need in order to keep everybody performing like Lot's wife. It's not, and I've been pondering Lot's wife a lot, where no double and meaning meant there, but I've been pondering her actions. And it's not that Allah doesn't want us to study so we can separate ourselves from the devil, because that's the only way to do that, is to understand why he is intolerable. It's that Lot's wife, I do believe she was still believing the lunacy, the lies, the deceit, the depravity. She was still believing it was somehow relevant. It was somehow what, she was still envious of the materialism in some way, so that she would look at this outfit with the Dolce & Gabbana logo going all over it, and just because it's got this logo, automatically assume that this makes this vile demoness some sort of elevated person. And then, I gotta be like Lauren Sanchez. And then you would have these, ridiculous black men or black women. Some, not even most of us. If it was most of us as insane as that, then The Color Purple would have been a successful film. It wasn't. It tanked within days, because most of us were sick of this crap. We're sick of it. Okay? But you've got folks out there who, there's little things that they, little fish hooks the devil puts out so he could catch you. So he could just go, I got this Lot's wife over here. This one believes that this is important. No, I don't give a damn who you are, how much money you got in the bank. If you aren't bowed down, then you're mowed down. You ain't nothing but plant food for daisy roots. And I don't wish anybody any harm by saying that. I'm just saying you on the wrong side, right? You on the wrong side. Life eternal ain't coming for you. I don't care how many anti-aging creams you use. I don't care how many surgeries you get, how much Botox you get punched into your lips so they look unnatural. Because that ain't, you don't look nothing like that, Lauren. Nothing. And most of you, oh my goodness, let me get back to that article, okay? All right. And so Oscar red carpets, Hollyweird stars dare to bare and sheer. And I don't even want to go, because I don't want to see what they're exposing, because I've seen enough of it when I scroll by different headlines. It's despicable. It's disgusting. No woman with self-respect who knows her value is going to beg for anybody's attention like that. You know, I don't need you to see anything about me but my soul's yearning for you to be safe. That's the most beautiful feature of who I am. Anything else would distract from that. You wouldn't be able to hear me anymore. You won't be able to take anything I'm saying seriously. So why in the world would I want to do that? Any woman of any real power and merit, you ain't going to see their flesh jiggling around. When you see someone like Lauren Sanchez sporting as much as she possibly can, and like I said, it's that tantalizing, the tease. That's what gets you, because there's plenty of them walking around with bathing suits on. Surely that's enough, right? But no, they want to be able to take it away from the excuse that's been accepted that you're just going to the beach. You're going swimming. That makes sense right there. You want to be able to swim smoothly through the water. It sounds good enough. It's not quite, but it'll do. No, they want everybody to start thinking that this is some sort of elevated station in life, to be a sex worker for Babylon, right? They when they do these different things, like the slut walk that was taking place a couple years back, regular young ladies didn't get involved with any of that, because your compass, which comes directly from the one and only, it told you, no, 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 no. I'm not supposed to be walking out on the streets with my booty hanging out. I'm not supposed to do that, right? And so they had to take it to their favorite sex workers, which is the rich ones, the really rich ones. You know, Rose McGowan, I forgot what her name was, whatever, the one who was, always sheared bald because she was a white woman trying to pretend she was black. And they all have the fake plastic, everything sewed up in them nowadays. Yeah, she was the one who started all that sex walking, and it made no sense. Made no sense. And so now they're making their starlets, because you know what? The Oscars, the Emmys, the this, that, nobody gives a damn about them anymore. Even their own don't want to hear their lies anymore. They're pretending to be superheroes and, the belle of the ball. When you hear the silly dudes like a Shannon Sharp, and Shannon Sharp by no way represents the majority of Black men. Black men are most comfortable being around Black people, and that means Black women. Okay? You aren't hearing about, wow, the numbers of fully Black babies have dropped through the basement. No, you're not hearing that. Lots of Black people are still getting together. We got to heal up our dysfunction, but we're still getting together. Okay? And so when you got those folks like a Shannon Sharp trying to blame Black women for all of this stuff, all I have to do is just bring in a minute of the truth, and they look ridiculous. That's why they have to hide voices like mine so ferociously, because just simply stating the truth destroyed the entire swirl or jargon. From the very first share that I ever did, where I was just like, look at all these Black women being killed by white men. And these swirlers say not a daggone word about it. Boom! There went their whole argument. It's a move up. I mean, do you look at these papers and see how many white men are killing their white families? I would say they're still killing the Black women, but they keep it out the papers because they are at war with you and me. They need, in their sick, degenerate, demonic minds, to wipe us off the face of the earth. That's what the sea moss is for. That's what the radioactive rice is for. That's what the government cheese was for. All that stuff. Okay? And so to blame Black women for these invitations were sent out to these Hollyweird starlets to go as bare as you dare. This was an order from on high. And that reminds me of one of these things over here I have to show. Right. Oh, no, one more. There it goes right there. This chick right here. All right. I just gonna keep on. She just like wearing a bathing suit. But Britney Spears, every time it goes to the next level of depravity, I see Britney Spears showcase in the Daily Mail doing these friggin' degenerate creeptoid dances, like one where she's like, oh, Britney Spears doing a dance. She looks so scary because she's got a knife in her dance. Like, what? And the only reason why they don't have her locked away in a psych ward, they would take her to an MK Ultra one in the first place. But the only reason why they don't do that is because they also have Kanye West out there looking super insane. And he's been driven mad as a hatter. And I mentioned that from the day that it happened, they put him in the hospital, according to Kim Kardashian. And when he came out, that's when everything about him changed. He was wearing blue contacts, trying to wear his hair like he was Trump all of a sudden. And he had this wild, spacey look in his head. They admitted they gave him shock therapy, right? But I wonder, I don't think they ever stop. And he came out with this rap where he was just doing this, this garble, like, I don't even want to imitate it because it was just so creepy. Right? And I saw that they MK'd him out his mind. And all of a sudden he's like Donald. Donald is his best friend. Right? Him and Jeffrey Epstein just love Donald Trump. And so this, with Britney Spears coming out with all these dances, this just becomes part of what they want to create as a new Edward Bernays reality for everyone. So you just get used to, everything's supposed to be mad, but we're not. We're not. Otherwise, The Color Purple would have been the #1 top movie. Otherwise, The Little Mermaid would have been also #1 top movie. But the more they keep up with this propaganda brainwashing, the less and less we fall for it. The more we're like, oh no, you don't. We are the first created by Allah himself. The compass that's in us is intense. They have to literally have worked on us for generations. So that, yes, you do have some Black people stark raving out of their daggone minds, Michelle Obama. Okay. And I saw Joy Reid just recently. She had been, according to them, posting comments that was very homophobic. And now all of a sudden she's getting up this. I forgot what she said, but she was saying some pro-trans surgical thing. I said, okay, she's big and famous. And so, of course, she bowed down to the materialism. She can't handle the idea of having her big giant house because she's been talked into being embarrassed about Black us, thinking we're the worst people on the planet. Why would I ever want to live around a bunch of beautiful, regular Black people? Okay? I've never met such brilliant people as until I moved into the hood. And then I was like, oh my God, I know doctors now. I know writers. I know politicians. I know professors now. I'm not saying they're all brilliant just because they got those monikers. But in between them, all these beautiful, regular people who I've never had such fascinating, riveting conversations in my life with any white person on earth as I do with you. Okay, that's just a fact. Take a bow to yourself because you are extraordinary as the Most High intended you to be. So they can't push us, but so much. And the more they push us now, the more we snap out of it. So what's this one here, right? Where models at Paris Fashion Week sport fake breasts and bejeweled bodysuits that look like naked bodies for a very adventurous, on aura tout vu runway show. I did a video on my channel. Let's see how I could find it very quickly. Oh, I guess I could find it most quickly this way. And then I'm going to get to this point right here. But let's go on here and scroll down bunches because it's going to be a bit far back, but you might, if you've never been on my channel before, you wouldn't have seen it, but you might recall I did a video where I uploaded just obscure, there it is right there, Satan is the biggest distraction. Fukushima has left them no choice, no more time and no choice. But this was supposed to just be this obscure runway where everybody was walking down the aisle like they were angry, they were insane, they had no ability to think straight, they were just zombies. And then there were ones where they were just walking with the butt cheeks out. And they had the black man coming up there like he was Satan himself. This was right before Kanye really lost a gasket and got with that Italian mafia chick. And she's walking around naked, and they're saying, oh, she's being told what to do by him. Hell no. Hell no. That's what some of these Shannon Sharps out here would want all of us to believe. But no. It's this chick right here. And unless she black, because she would have to be for you guys to have a leg to stand on, then you full of crap. And I would suspect you, most of you, being agents. I'm just saying. I don't know who was saying it. Maybe you just dumb. Maybe you just dumb to think that it's black women doing this. No, I would say that the reason why that chick even showed up there, I'm just saying, I wonder if, where was it? Oh, I put it all the way over here. Is it? Oh, it'll be right there. Is it? Yeah. I would say the reason why she even showed up there is because she might not be a full-on agent, but she could, hey, you could hire a hooker how many places on this planet and tell them, pay them enough and they'll do whatever you want them to do. And she would stand up there as if that man saying, what, you wouldn't take me out to dinner? No, I would not. Was some sort of crazy person and she was rejecting him. Get out. If I see any black man in some place where you just out in the daytime and you got some woman dressed like this, I don't wish anybody any harm, but I would have to keep my hand down. My hand down to keep from smacking the hell out of you. What? I mean, she may be mad, but don't you let her drive you mad. Just know it's not black women. It's not black women leading this brigade of the sex worker of Babylon. Okay? And so going back to here, I just want to say that what they really want to hide is what I talk about. Right here, it was weird as heck. There goes one comment. I don't know what the heck. There were like 8 comments on this. Let's see who it is who commented. Yes, there you go. Sister Jai Africa. They removed the comments. I saved them because that always breaks my heart. Ain't nobody in there said anything that was disagreeable or awful. Let me find them right there. Okay. Brother Nano John said, very true. I was talking about, this is a photo that I got from a Vimeo documentary. It was on, the documentary wasn't Vimeo's, but it was on Vimeo, Radium City, which was very educational, where they went over all the tests that they were conducting on these poor women who were victims of the radium that was in the dial painting, the dial paints that they were directly instructed. Oh, it's just a little bit of radium. Don't worry, it won't hurt you. And they had to, in order to get a fine tip, twirl the paintbrush on their tongues. And the carnage that happened to them. Just look up Radium Girls, dial painters, whichever one. I read the book, and Brother Nano John had said that he read the book also, the Radium Girls. right? A very good book, very gripping. What they did to their own white women is absolutely incredible. And so there were all these people, because I noticed that when it comes to YouTube, they know that your comments mean the world to me. I go straight to the comments. So they would know that because they would observe everything that I click on, right? Because I'm the only one doing what I do. And they want to know, how can they discourage me? Okay. And so your comments were just, there was nothing did you see the story of the Boeing plane that lost its nose wheel on the runway today? And I went and I looked it up because I ain't in this alone. So if you come and you recommend something and it's what I need to be looking at, I'm gonna go find it. And just like I said, for years now, the airline industry is on its last leg, and they know that. So maybe they don't want other people to know that. Maybe this particular meat, because it already has 29 likes the last time I checked, which is going up really fast for one of my memes. Okay. And then beloved sister Dove Girl, she was saying the truth too. If for them, they hope for all of us, if we can't see radiation, it can't hurt you. Yes, it can. That's what makes it even worse, because you can't see atoms and it's atomic size fire. I mean, whoa, 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 whoa. You could go to other videos and you can get my list. That comment they took down, what was so awful? And we were just responding one to the other. We didn't even mention white people on here. Okay, we didn't say a word. And as I said, I don't wish anybody any harm. They're killing white people too. Okay. And then this is Sister Rose here with that they changed also. You don't, if you name your channel, they don't put that down as what you have as your response. They put what you put down as your, how you can be contacted, but it's not really a contact to your email or whatever. It's weird. I know they did that for some specific reason, but I ain't going to worry about why. But Sister Rose was saying how her legs look like she's suffering from lymphedema. And it makes you wonder why you see a large number of people with that condition. I just made an automatic assumption that it was obesity. But when I think about obese people, I don't remember the levels of lymphedema that I see in, like, I watched the show, My 600-Pound Life or whatever, all of these different shows. And I mean, gargantuan, gross on these people's bodies. And I'm just wondering, these are things we should be able to study. But if they take the comments down, then there you go. And I answered the sister saying, this is why this has to be a conversation that goes way outside of my realm. Way, way, way. But there's just so many people who are like, oh, that reminds me with Dr. She. Brother is just on point. He on point because he came out, he said stuff that I would even be too scared to say, where he was just saying with Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi said mucus is the cause of all disease. Maybe he would have wanted to say it a different way, but there's no way for it to be corrected now because the brother is gone. He's gone. But you got a whole lot of people who are being veered off from paying attention to what you're eating. It's like with these allotropic medicines, right? Or allopathic medicines where you're just assuming, I just want to take care of my symptoms. Well, what caused your symptoms? That's what the doctors don't tell you. They don't ask what you ate. What are you stressed about? They just give you a pill. And your symptoms go away a little bit, but then something else happens because the pills come with a list of side effects, like with Ozempic. Okay? And so all of these different things that need to be studied as far as radiation goes, it's got to be something that goes well beyond what I'm sharing, because I'm just one person. All right. And here's the last comment that they got rid of. Sister Fanny G. Yep. Let them know. Thank you for saying that, because that is highly encouraging. I really am just a woman. I don't mind if everybody in the world hates me. I ain't changing, right? If what I do propels me into another level where more people know who I am, I'm not looking for that. But I also don't care if they hate me. If they want to say, she said homophobic things, you're daggone tootin'. And they're not homophobic. They're perpetuation of our species loving, right? You can't introduce chaos into an already difficult relationship. There's never been a time frame in human history when getting married was easy peasy, like they want us to believe with these hella weird movies where you go, you watch them, everything's resolved in 2 hours. You found the love of your life. Love in a relationship is actually a brand new concept. That wasn't part of the reason you got together. Right? I'm not saying it's not a nice thing. It's a nice thing, but it's given us an imbalanced view of expectations in a long-term relationship. And so that we think that, oh, yeah, you, unlike everybody else who's ever lived, are supposed to find complete and utter satisfaction. When you look at a spoiled brat having a meltdown because they didn't get the toy that they need in their own minds to give them complete and utter satisfaction, you're looking at the gender war today. You're looking at the reason why so many of us are like, well, I can't be with the black woman. Look, nobody else wants to be with her. I want the toy that everybody wants. Please, please, please. So I'll participate in this lunacy with Shannon Sharp, my new best friend. Oh, let's not go there. Let's not talk about the white woman. Let's not notice. Where is she? Come on back, Lauren. Where are you, darling? Come on here with your friggin' sex worker self. Okay? This is not sanity. This is not a consistent, mindful environment in which you raise children safely. This is a place where predators feel encouraged. And when predators feel encouraged, everybody's in danger. And last time I looked, I don't know, maybe the liposuction or the Botox in the lips. I'm sure there's liposuction going on all over the place in this thing, right? I don't think that makes her a black woman. Okay? That's what I had to share, and I'm done. Let me come on over and greet you, family. And yeah, I'm trying to stay away from here, but when I saw they took your comments away, I was like, oh, hell no, you didn't do that. Actually, I keep coming over here, and I always prefer, let's see now. Nope, I don't want that. Let's see. No, that won't work. So, oh, this will work. Yes, there we go. And let me go on over here. Wow, that's a good amount of people who are watching. It's 16. Let's see now. Oh, right. I do that. And then I do that. And I don't need you right there. Oh, it's Brother Yuppo Yuppo. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I am so excited now. Oh, my goodness, brother. I wish my, pop out chat. There we go. I wish I could do joined live with you. I can't because for some Dr. She got me a brand new, it's like a gaming hard drive. It's so beautiful, but unfortunately it has little gimmicks or gizmo things that I can't work out, and thereby I can't do, like, I would invite you and anybody else who would want to come on and have a conversation about this right on up here. So let me greet you, family, and if there's something you want to ask, or you are even saying, here, I know I'm going to be reading Brother Yuppo and Brother Adam Guidry. It's good to see you, King. I surely do adore seeing your thumbnail because you are such an intelligent brother. Everybody on my channel, I'm just going to say, it's the fact. You're all smart, okay? It's the way it is. So again, Brother Emmanuel Briggs, Brother Herman Breckenridge. This is a twisted form of social engineering. It's very powerful mind control. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And sacks up your life. Sister, it's good to see you. And I hope you enjoy it when you watch it. over again. And Brother Stingray, cool podcast, peace. And thank you very much, brother. And Mr. J, that crazy blonde sister. Oh, I don't know which one you mean, but that was something from when I was talking about when you posted that comment. And again, Brother Adam Gidry, peace and yapo yapo. Yes, I am, brother. I'm live. How you doing? Down in Costa Rica and all that beautiful wildlife you're surrounded by. Woo, that is gorgeous. Let's see now. You're so far out of loop. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I'm glad I don't. I'm glad you don't either. And Radium Girls, yes, a true horror story. That was incredible. And the company had the nerve to fight the medical bills and lawsuits. Can you believe that? And they knew it was killing them. I'm like, how cold-blooded can you be? These are the women who would paint the dials, and they used it during World War I in order to synchronize battle strategy, because that way they could know that they were all attacking, even if they weren't in direct communication, at the same time, by checking the watch face that they had, which would then glow in the dark. Before that, you couldn't coordinate because the dials wouldn't glow in the dark, so you couldn't tell what time it was. You had to guess all of that sort of stuff. And so these radium painters, who were all poor to middling range white young girls, white young women, and they would glow in the dark from all the paint that they thought it was a game. At that time, they presented radium as if it was a power drink. And that's the way that they are. They don't test something to see the long-term repercussions of it. Like with Ozempic, Wegovy, with psychotropic medications, which will eventually destroy the brains of these youths that are on these things. So they don't study the long-term effects, even with Rachel Carson, Silent Spring, there was DDT. That stuff, they immediately started spraying even their children with it, because they will, it's a miracle. If it comes from white people tend to think it's perfect without asking any questions whatsoever. So when radium was discovered, they thought, it's got light, it glows, it imbues strength. And so they put it in all of these drinks, including one called Radiathor, that was hurting people, but nobody paid any attention to the Radium Girls falling to pieces, who were falling to pieces long before one rich guy dropped dead. His entire jaw just disintegrated. He hemorrhaged out on the friggin' Long Island Railroad. And he had been taking Radiathor because he thought it was going to solve little issues he had. He was athletic. He did a whole bunch of stuff. And then all of a sudden they started paying attention. But even after that incident, they were still telling those workers, the women workers, oh, no, that's not what it was. You're fine. And then as they would get sicker and sicker, they would just fire them and say, you're making the other girls uncomfortable. These are sick people. When you do stuff like that on a systemic level, because different systems, different venues were hiding it collectively. When you have a whole society that operates like that, that's a predator. That's a predator mindset. Those are predator mimics. Are there individual good white people? Of course there are, but they're not our people, right? Integration is a method of them perpetuating the most strategic aspects of their predator mimicry, and is killing even them. Separation, not segregation, very different meanings, would benefit white people too, if they could understand we're all on one planet. When we separate, it doesn't mean, now we could find out other ways to attack them, because that's what they'll do that. They'll do that. That's why I wonder, I don't know, Allah might just say, look, this whole planet has to pass away, right? Because there ain't no way that we could right what's wrong with that. I'm not saying I'm going to harm anybody. Never. I would never, ever. I just, there was a mouse. We caught a mouse in a trap. And it was because only because I've watched Dr. She drown the mice. Because otherwise, I put it in a bag and then I got to hammer his head and find his head somehow. I can't do it. Okay. And because my heart just jumps out of my chest and I feel the pain of the little critter. And trust, you're like, so you drowned him? Yes, I did, because he wasn't dead all the way. His little butt got caught in the trap. And I'm just like, at least I don't have to bang his head and then maybe miss it a little bit. Have to bang it again. Okay. And so it was painful to watch him drown. And I feel like I could cry. I apologize to a mouse who, for me, the rule is on the outside of my home, you go for yours. If I see you running and you're a critter, you go do what you need to do out there. When you come in my house, then the rules change. I'm going to kill you. Okay? Even if it causes me pain. You've entered my domicile, and I am not one of them crazy hoarder people that I'm going to just be walking around with a house with mouse crap and, roaches running here and there, and it's copacetic. Hell no. I'm going to kill you, but it's going to hurt. Okay. So I'm not a violent person, not at all. If I find particular, little bugs, like I found a dragonfly in my home one day. And it must have taken me about an hour to get the dragonfly to go over to the window so I could open the window and let him go free. That's me. That's me. So how am I going to look at a whole human being, wet predator, mimic or not? I'm not going to hurt you unless you're entering my home. That's another thing. Okay. Now, I do know the whole planet's my home, but the arbiter over this planet is Allah. I leave it to him. He said, it's out of your hands. Don't bother. I got this. Vengeance is his. So you don't want to mess with that side of him. Anybody who is supporting this lunacy that they're putting out there, good luck with that. And when I say good luck, I don't mean what you think I mean. Okay? That's actually a historically satanic statement. I'm just saying, I don't like to delve into too much of it because, it's enough dealing with what we deal with. Ooh, look at this beautiful, beautiful brother Joe E. How you do? Is that a woman? Yeah. You know what? I'm not here to defend Mr. J, Lauren Sanchez. She could be a man as far as I'm concerned. I don't give a damn. But in the meantime, that man or woman, is walking around with almost nothing on. I am not going to co-sign it by showing how little they're wearing these days and that they plan on making it worse. They plan on making it worse. They are not going to stop until they can have full-on orgies outside. And their dream is to have everybody be Lot's wife. And so that you think, oh, look, but they're having sex and they've got Dolce & Gabbana branded on their behinds. Okay. Ooh, they're so trendy. That's what they want from all of us. Oh, no. I ain't co-signing that. I ain't putting none of their photos of their crap up anywhere. I don't even scroll through the articles. When I find them, I'm just at the headline and then I just put it in my list, my files in all my tabs. And that's the sum total of it. Matter of fact, let me go on over to, let's see now. White ways, don't go to the orgy. Look at all these freaking models at Paris Fashion Week. Hugh Hefner's widow says she was brainwashed. Oh, now you were brainwashed? What? You didn't, girl, you were just looking for the bank. White girl. Hugh Hefner wasn't married to a black woman, okay? Phoenix, no pants light rail ride was a bad. Yeah, it was a bad idea. They still do it. They do it every single year. They only took a break for the pandemic. All white people. If there are any black people there, they ain't near any other black people. They're surrounded by white people because they are Procyon loters. Okay. And what else we got? Disturbing sight as half-dressed people crowd onto public. I don't even know what that full one is. Comedian Natasha Leggero shocks fans by stripping down and going topless on stage as she follows I Don't Give a Damn. The truth about life inside the grotesque about his Hugh Hefner's wife, who just, come on now, you know you were looking for the bank. Megyn Kelly says Lauren Sanchez looks like a hooker. You know what? I can't stand Megyn Kelly. But that's what they want. They want the conservative white people to look like they are sane so that they can promote a brand new socialist Nazi type of dictator up in there. Oh, this is the only way we're going to be able to control what? Black us? No, you and yours. Okay? That's it. So, and Gishelle, boom, wows in a bikini, netted. It was a bikini. It was just netting. Wasn't full cloth even. What? Like the bikini wasn't enough for you guys? Where is stop? Where's the on-off switch? Ain't none, okay? Lauren Sanchez, there we go again. Davos debauched underbelly. How they all like out there just whatever. The hooker business goes up exponentially when these dudes come into town. Okay? I'm not saying that black men don't avail themselves of things. Of course they do. But I'm just saying, where's it all start? That reminds me. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I remembered this, because if I had forgotten it, I would have been like, I can't believe I forgot that. I was watching something about Victorian or Gregorian. Was it Gregorian? I think it was Gregorian Harris's list. Yes, of Covenant Garden ladies. It sounds so sweet. It sounds like what these Shannon Sharp dudes might believe white women are like. Harris's list. This was something that was published from like 1750s to the 1790s. And it was a list of just all the brothels in Covenant Gardens. And you know it wasn't going to be the only one, but this was back in the Gregorian times when they were being a little bit more French-like, right? Where they were, in England, they were publishing all the places where young gentry men could go to avail themselves of different delights. And they not only showed where you could go find some women prostitutes, they also had molly houses. And the molly houses was for the dudes who like dudes. Okay? So this is not something that we have any acquaintance with whatsoever, where you got to have a whole friggin' directory because there's so friggin' many. Look at that. God dang, look at that. These are the brothel houses. These are the brothel. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh, that's incredible. They show girls. I wonder if they have ones where it's like dudes or something. But I'm just saying that they would have the dudes in there too. All right. So I'm glad that I remembered that. And let me come back over to the comments and get the heck out of here, because that's what I said I was going to do. So let's see now. Where was I? Because I see our good sister Gwen B is in the house, and that just makes me feel so happy. And so let's see. I don't know, but she trying to cause confusion amongst our people. Hey, you forgot to congratulate Tim Scott on his engagement. I don't even know who Tim Scott is, brother Yapa. I don't know if that's a joke or not. So I'm not going to say anything. Maybe at the bottom, you'll let me know who Tim Scott is. And let's see now. Let's see. Peace to you too, Sister Gwen B. And you're that way with, okay, this is a conversation. Afternoon, Sister Jai Africa. Thank you for putting that other comment up there where they got rid of all the other comments, but I showcased them in this. That's all I could do. I ain't going to get too bent out of shape with these people because they're nuts. What you saying, Brother Yapo? How's the new novel come? We need pro-black. Oh, you're right. How is your new published book coming, brother? Can you please post the link to where people can purchase your new novel and put the name? Because I know it's Rasul, Ohio, I think. And I don't want to get it incorrect. And I don't have the link for where anyone can purchase your book, because people need to go purchase your book. And my book is coming along phenomenally. I am oh, I can't believe. I just I oh, Allah is all powerful because I just ask him to help me in writing that. And I am writing scenes that are so exciting that I can't. I'm in shock. I'm like, oh my God. So yeah. Oh, thank you. So wait. Oh, that's sister. Oh, thank you, Sister Gwen B. I appreciate, and I should highlight what we do over at 25,000 year cycle. Or is that brother? Oh yeah, that's 25,000 year cycle. All right. Um, this website will save your life. And I mean that starting with stuff you don't even have to purchase. You go right on up here to the blog and I love that Dr. She put my little excerpt from my book, Furnace of Affliction. But these articles will save your life. Meat you can eat. I don't agree with eating any meats because the higher up the food chain you go, the more radiation you're going to get. But at the same time, what Dr. Shi and Arna do teach is true. There are people who they're not going to give up their meats. It's almost an impossible thing to conceptualize. So you go here and find out what can you eat that will be minimally toxic. It's going to be toxic even without the man-made radiation. Meat is too compacted a protein structure for your body to digest without entering into an inflammatory stress condition, creating excessive ammonia and uric acid in your body. So it's going to cause problems. You can eat a vegan diet. Most of the planet does and always has, or a vegetarian diet and be perfectly healthy. Do not believe these shows they have, because I was watching the survival shows and they were talking about, going up to Alaska, but they would drop these people off at the end of the growing season. And the growing season in Alaska is pretty short anyway. And of course, they wouldn't be able to forage for nuts and legumes. They wouldn't be able to start their own garden so they could grow these things themselves. And those are wonderful, adequate substitutes for proteins. And also, then the water. A lot of us, if we grew up in a specific area and we had been acclimatized to drinking the natural water from a running stream, we would be getting a full complement of all of those nutrients that you otherwise, the only way you're going to get them is through meat. But in the meat, it's not the best way to get it. And then the way that we've been taught to eat meat, where we're eating meat 3 times a day, you are getting just overabundance of protein. To get adequate protein for a day, all you would need would be half a pack of cards. Get a pack of cards, cut it in half, and that would be the amount of meat that you should eat for the entire day. Most people, whoa, are they putrefying their whole gut system by overeating meat? There's no fiber in it. It doesn't brush itself out of your gut. And our bodies are not built to handle meat in general. And then that much? Ooh, meat is one of the biggest factors in diabetes. People don't know that. But at the same time, I do understand. Like I said, Dr. Shi, that brother's my hero. He simply is my hero. But that doesn't mean that I'm a mindless servant. I have different ways of thinking, and he has different ways of thinking too. And I admire and respect him, especially since he's taken on the worship Sabi crowd. I mean, good Lord, I've been watching him over the past couple days because there's a brother with a huge channel on IG who shared clips of his videos talking about the whole, mucus is the cause of all disease. And oh my God, are they coming after him? Like, I can't believe it. And I am so proud of him because he's like, it's got to be said. The truth has got to be said. I, wow. So anyway, that was a diversion. And then organic is cheaper than foods we shouldn't eat and foods we should eat. Boom, go right there. You don't ever have to talk to Dr. She. You don't have to talk to me. You don't have to buy anything from us whatsoever. And you will be good. Okay. Especially if you also read this excerpt right here. Okay. Don't eat the fish. That I don't know if that's in that excerpt. But then you can come over here to the shop and you can get actual genuine healing right on over here. And you can get my soap. You can get, oh, just so much. Dr. She, he's a funny guy. He had this picture here, and I was like, it's kind of tough for me to scroll by that. And so he's like, oh, I should change it. And he said, and I was like, yeah, could you? And he changed it. He's funny. Oh my God. And yeah, then you got the pine power, which is a non-animal way of getting that essential vitamin D in your body. You got all my books. Look at these amazing covers. Are these incredible? Yapo Yapo did that. Brother. Yeah, that brother is so talented. We are a nation. We got all we need. All we need with each other, okay? And then his deodorant. Oh my, everybody who uses deodorant just loves his deodorant. I watch him formulate these things. What time and patience he puts into them. And he will keep going over and over and over something till he tweaks it to perfection. Which reminds me, oh my goodness, I have got to promote my silk hair. That stuff is so good. That is, even if I didn't make the silk hair available for purchase, I would be making the silk hair anyway, because this is my favorite skin balm I have ever made. And I tweaked it to perfection now. So that because first off, I'm using all natural ingredients when I can get organic. I can't state legally that it is an organic product, but that's what I use in it, right? The oils, the everything. That's what I use. But at the same time, I can't say that. Just like I can't say it does what the things I put in it. If you go and look it up, they do. But because I found the right combination, natural things, they're going to go bad. It's a tough reality. So I didn't realize that also when I first started making it, but I made a combination now so that it's shelf stable for like a year. Okay. And so, yeah, this stuff is so good. Anyway, let me come back over to comments and really just get on out of here. I just have so much fun connecting with you, family. And then I read something that you have, and I'm just like that. Ooh, and brother Yappo Yappa. Thank you, Sister Gwenby. Oh my God. Okay, there we go. There it is. Oh, yes. Oh, this is his website. That is so much fun. It's so beautiful. I love that. That is so great. If you are on a computer or tablet, click here. He had to give me the way to find. Oh, he has little surprise packages on his website. It's just, we like to have fun, and we're not doom and gloomers. We're not fear mongers. We're just done. We're done with the real fear mongers. Okay. So there we go. I think I said all I need to say. Let me get on out of here. Let's see, Brother Yapo. I'm a vegetarian going on 5 years and glad I am. Full disclosure, miss fried chicken, but I'm so much better off. There you go. That's, I don't know. Is there anything that I miss? No, I can't say I miss anything at this point in time, but then I've been vegan now for going on 16 years. And I found so many adequate substitutes, and I love my health. The health is such a substitute that I can't get enough of. So when I look at the different foods that I used to love the taste and texture of, I automatically get a repulsion. I don't know if I just kind of talk myself into that, but I automatically feel repulsed by what I used to think was delicious, because I just automatically don't want the repercussions, the ailments that come with that. I'm like, I'm over 60 now, and I'm so strong It's astounding. And I'll look at photos and pictures and what people have an expectation that 60 is supposed to be like. And I'm startled. I feel like I've been given almost an immortality of sorts. That I should feel so phenomenal. So at this point in time, all the things that I used to do that I know they were just causing me ailments. So much so that I thought the ailments were the real me, that I have no intention of ever going back. For me, there's no substitute for an empowered life. Absolutely none. And I'm not saying that as in a bad way. Don't you, brother Yapo? Let's not have a new toilet tissue argument here. But yeah, I just I'm just saying I don't miss anything. I I don't, even when I think of it, I'm like pancakes, nah. Omelets, nah. There's nothing that I miss. So there we go. Oh, you're so sweet, brother Emmanuel. I appreciate that. What are you saying? Great live, and have a great rest of your evening, Radical Sister. To everyone, have a great rest of your evening. Be safe. You too, beloved brother. I really appreciate it. I just love us too, Sister Goran. We're magnificent people. Oh my God. It's amazing that they talked us out of believing that. Tim Scott is the Republican from, oh my God, the dude, that black dude. Oh my God. Just got engaged to his Becky. Oh, I saw him. He makes me gag. Talk about a repulsion. Oh my God. When I see him, I just automatically shut off, just like with that lesbian who's in the Biden administration, Hurricane Katrina, or whatever her name is, Katina, I don't know. Yeah, as soon as I see her, I'm like, I'm out. I just zone. I don't even know what these people sound like. Which is bad. You should pay attention. But I can't. I'm like, look, man-made radiation, that's as, intensive as I'm going to go. So, all right. I love you, family. Let me get on out of here. Goodness gracious. I have to stay off of here. Okay. Yeah, they're all clowns, Brother Adam. They are all, woo, terrible. All right, everyone. I'm giving you a big giant over the airways, whatever, hug between all of us. We are everything we need. We are the rescue prophesied, excuse me, as we submit to the commands of the one and only. Don't listen to these nuts out here. They're losing. All right. We've already won. Peace and blessings, everyone. Have a great night indeed. There we go. Oh, how do I get out of here? Goodness gracious. Let's just go on over. And there we go. I love you.